Okay, so I'm going to give you a perspective that was extremely helpful for me when I first started learning about gene keys and specifically going through my hologenetic profile, and hopefully it will help you as well. Hello, my name is Ebony. If you are new here, I am a human design and gene keys reader, expert, and coach. And if you are interested in diving deeply into your gene keys, specifically your life's work sphere, then you're going to love my free 3-day course, Life's Work Mastery. We're going to be talking about what exactly your life's work is, how to take action on it, how to understand it, all the little, nuts and bolts. We're going to go through all of it. So it is a free 3-day course. If you're interested in registering, you can click the link in my description box, and I can't wait to get started. So the way that I view the energetic frequencies in the gene key system is that they are triggers. Okay, and I know the word trigger has gotten more mainstream, and it's gotten a little bit of a bad rap, right? Whenever something happens or something goes wrong, our nervous system is dysregulated, our boyfriend said something that we didn't like, our mom, it's always like, I'm triggered, right? You have triggered me, I am triggered, I can't, right? However, I want to give you a perspective that, number one, triggers are not a bad thing. Triggers are actually a gift, right? And number two, not all triggers are actually bad. So let's break this down. First of all, triggers are not a bad thing. Why are triggers not a bad thing? Obviously, we don't feel great when they happen, right? We get triggered by something. We get triggered into a traumatic memory. We get triggered into an emotional experience, and it doesn't feel good. But what happens when you get triggered? If you're paying attention, that trigger will give you insight into what is actually going on. Because we don't just get triggered for no reason. Like, it's like, oh my God, I'm triggered for absolutely no reason at all. No, if we're being triggered, there's a reason for it. There's something that needs to be healed. There's something that we're repressing. There's something there that we need to shine the light on so that going forward, we know exactly how to deal with it when we get triggered again. Because let's face it, never being triggered is never going to happen, right? That's just, we go ahead and let go of that dream because it's not realistic, right? So the reason why triggers are not a bad thing is because they give you awareness. If you never got triggered, you would never know what needs to be healed. You would never know what small scared part of you needs love, needs comfort, needs protection, needs, whatever. You'd never know if you never actually got triggered into that experience. So when it happens, especially when you're going through your gene keys and you're looking at all of those shadow words, right? Like interference, dishonesty, what's another one? Force, right? When you're looking at all of these words and you're like, oh shit, like this sounds terrible. What am I supposed to do about this, right? I want you to look at them as gifts. Because every time you get triggered into that shadow frequency, you're learning more and more about the places within you that need to be healed, the places within you that need love. And you can go in, especially if you're working with your gene keys, you can go in specifically and start to proactively love on those parts of you that need it. So even when, like, if you do get triggered into, a traumatic event or emotional experience, because you've already worked with that part of you, it's like, oh, we're feeling so. Okay, wait, breathe. You're okay. You're safe. I love you. Everything is fine. And then you can choose. Because see, when you're triggered and you're acting from an unconscious place, you lose your ability to choose your response. So what Gene Keys does for us, and what triggers, when used correctly, do for us, is they give us back our power. They give us back our power of choice. So if we see triggers as a gift that gives us our power to choose how we will respond to things in the future, now it's like we're excited to get triggered, right? We're excited to learn What are those parts of me that needs to be healed? So I can go in there and just, figure out what I need. So if I get triggered again in that situation, I don't snap directly into an unconscious pattern. I get to choose, okay, no, we don't do that anymore. When we get triggered by this, we love on us. We love on ourselves, right? We give ourselves acceptance. We don't go into victim mentality because we are powerful. We get to choose something different. Okay. And then number 2, not all triggers are bad, right? Because first of all, in order to unlock the gift, this is a part of the gene key system. In order to unlock our gift, and we all have gifts, we have to go through the shadow, right? We can't just skip over the dark part and go straight to the light. Like, that's not how it works. The only reason why there is light is because there's a shadow. The only reason why we know what nighttime is because there's daytime. If we didn't have that dichotomy, that binary relationship, there'd be no difference, right? There'd be no man without woman. There'd be no night without dark. There'd be no, there'd be no good without bad. So you can also be triggered into your gift. You can be triggered into your city. A trigger is, I don't have the actual definition, but the way that it's coming out in my head right now, a trigger is just like a moving onto a different track, right? Like if you're on a train and they pull the lever and you were going straight, but now you're turning. To me, that's what a trigger is. It's just we're moving into a different direction. Whether that direction is, positive or negative is a completely, different thing. So you can be triggered into a positive direction, just like you can be triggered into a negative direction. So not all triggers are bad things. But if we just, tunnel vision it, we just hone in on like the bad aspects of being triggered, we are now kind of cutting off a whole piece of what could actually help us become our most self-realized and most self-actualized. So when you're working through your gene keys and you're looking at these different frequencies, you're looking at the shadow, you're looking at the gift, you're looking at the city, I want you to see them all as triggers, and I want you to see them all as things that have something to teach you, right? When you're contemplating, what does this energetic frequency mean to me? What is it trying to teach me? What unconscious part of me is resisting this? Because that's the part that needs the love the most when we're working with that specific whatever, right? So I hope that made sense. If you are interested in diving deeper into this work, specifically with me, you are going to love my free 3-day course, Life's Work Mastery, where we go all into the shadow, the gift, and the city of your life's work sphere, which is the start of your Gene Keys profile. So if you are interested in registering, the link will be in my description box, and I will see you in the next video.